Hi, I'm Chelsea Northrup, and for our book, Stunning Digital Photography, I'll be showing you some basic head and shoulder positions for any headshots you may be taking. So one thing to consider when you're taking headshots is what their eventual use will be. So if you're taking a professional portrait, let's say for someone's business card, you want them to be more serious. But if you're taking, let's say, pictures for a high school portrait or a portfolio for modeling or acting, they can show more personality and they can be a bit more fun. Another thing to consider is your model's gender. So if you're taking pictures of a man, you'll want to use more masculine poses, obviously. And if it's a woman, you won't want to make her look more aggressive, usually by using masculine poses. So let's get started with some basic things that you'll want to go over with the eyes. And I'll show you on Asia here. So when you're taking a portrait, your main focus is going to be on your model's eyes. For that reason, you want to make sure that they're well lit, that they have a catch light, and that you're not casting any long shadows against your model's face. Usually your model will be looking into your camera, but if you want a more candid look, they can look off camera too. When positioning your model's shoulders, having them square facing the camera will give the appearance that your model is aggressive and masculine. But tilting your model's shoulders to the side a bit makes them look narrower, and it's generally more attractive, especially for women. So let me show you what I'm talking about on Asia. So Asia, put your shoulders square to me. There you go. And now just turn your shoulders to the side. Now that we have your model's shoulders positioned, let me show you how to turn their head. So the most common head turn is 3/4. It's the most flattering. The nose is never breaking the cheek line when the model turns their head, and it works well with men and women, but women especially. A more aggressive head turn would be direct, just like the shoulders. Another head turn to use is 7/8, which looks the best with men. I'll show you an example of all these on Asia. So Asia, could you give me a direct head turn? Seven eighths. 3/4, please. That's right. There we go. The last head turn is the profile. It accentuates your nose, your chin, and your forehead, which can be unflattering, but isn't going to be a problem with a beautiful model like Asia. So now that you have your head turns down, which is the direct, 7/8, 3/4, you have to consider your head tilt, which is when you move your head from side to side. So the different head tilts you can use are direct. There's a feminine head tilt, which is coyly towards the camera, and the masculine head tilt, which is putting your ear towards your back shoulder. It's a little bit manly and a little bit tough. So I'm gonna have Asia show you how to do it. Are you ready, Asia? So let's do direct. And masculine, that's pretty tough. And feminine. Perfect. The next thing we're going to go over is what you should do with your model's mouth. Now, we're really lucky because we had another model join us, Stella. She wanted to be with her mom, and she's a cute addition to the pictures for sure. So one thing to consider is that if your model's teeth aren't their asset, you probably won't want to highlight them by having them give a full smile. That's not a problem with Asia. She has a beautiful set of teeth. And so if you want your model to have a natural smile, you want to joke with them and smile yourself as the photographer. So Asia, give me a nice big smile. Another thing to consider with the smile is that it might not be appropriate for your model to smile. So if they're a CEO of a company, they probably won't want to look big and smiley and cheesy. They'll want to look serious. And also, when posing, you have to consider how the different poses interact with each other. So if you have square shoulders and a masculine head tilt, you probably won't want a big smile. If you have square shoulders, you probably won't want a soft feminine head tilt. So you'll want to combine them in a way that makes sense with the overall mood. So that concludes my video on posing your model for a headshot. If you like this video, be sure to check out our book, Stunning Digital Photography. The link is down below in the description. You could also subscribe to our channel if you want to see more videos like this one. And we also were going to be having a DVD coming out on how to take pictures, how to pose models, lighting, everything you can imagine. So thanks for staying tuned, and I hope I see you next time.